Buffs get their first commit out of the portal offensive lineman. Not a huge splash, but a pickup nonetheless. So we're going to talk about it. And then some old guys get me fired up. And the Travis Hunter thing, the hater thing, like I get it, but it's a little egregious. There needs to be some consequences here. We want to talk about it one way. I'm going to talk about it the other way and give my thoughts and opinion. I got to be fired up. I should have thrown a cowboy hat on. I'm hot right now. Hot. I flushed my kids down in the club. First order of business, Carter Miller, 6'4", 280. I saw him 6'2" elsewhere, but I think that was a little bit younger. A little bit bigger now. Played at JMU, then went to Louisiana Monroe. Now has committed to the Buffs. Again, the kind of the first little commit. I told you I felt like things were kind of silent leading up to the Heisman, and this is the first day after the Heisman. I expect this now to be the first domino, right? We like to play the domino analogy. I think this is going to be the first one to get the ball rolling for what this portal is. Again, it's not the sexiest or splashiest pickup. It's more of a depth add, in my opinion. Could he come in and knock some socks off? Possibly. But you lose Walker and Tyler Johnson to the portal. I think a few more as well. So this is going to be, again, I would say just more of a depth piece than anything else. Again, the portal is still in a very unique scenario, different to what it was last year. Last year, the Buffs got moving very quickly, very early on. But a lot more teams are still in it. You got 12 teams in the playoffs, and that plays a huge factor. There's a lot of kids that are hanging on more so than they would have before. I think after this weekend, you're going to lose, 4 teams it is? Is it more than that? Yeah, 4 teams, I believe. 4 or 5? 4. I think it's 4. So 4 teams will enter into the portal, and that'll open up some gates, and then the following week, you'll lose 4 more. So I think, those will play a factor. Is it more than 4? I'm losing my mind. Yeah, it's 4. So then you lose 4 more on that. And again, the portal will still be open during this entire process. So I think we're in the very, very early cycle. And again, what differs from last year to this year is that there's more for these teams that are still in the playoffs to go get in. Again, guys that maybe think about entering the portal, they're still a factor on their team and still have a big impact, so they're not going to leave just yet. So keep that in mind. I don't think this is any time to panic or worry. I think because, again, last year, Coach Prime kind of set the tone on fire of like, hey, here's what we're going to go get. Here's what we're going to do. But look, like I said, I think this is that first one to get the ball rolling. I really felt that the whole Heisman stuff was going to be big. You also don't want to – it's still kind of the Heisman weekend. They're still celebrating that big-time moment. You really don't want to, overtake that with – a big time commit. So like the Jaheim Otis situation, I think he could be like Monday or Tuesday and kind of get that ball rolling of, okay, celebrated the Heisman, let's get some portal moves, then there's the game, and then some more portal moves. So we'll continue to monitor like we have it this entire time. So be sure to turn the bell on in case that does happen, or smash the like button, all those good things. Also, too, right now, of course, this show is brought to you by BetUS. You can get in early on the action if you want to. It'll be interesting to see what kind of monitor this as it gets closer as well, to see if that spread will move. Again, people pulling out of these games will factor into that. Colorado and BYU. You could see some movement on both sides of the ball. So we all know that the starters will be playing for Colorado, but BYU, could they lose some guys? Marshall pulled out their entire bowl game. Birmingham, Alabama, their quarterback just pulled out yesterday. So a lot of movement still happening here. It's a never-ending circle. But be sure to check out BetUS.com. Use the code YouTube 150, get back 150% on your first deposit, then 125 on your next 2, up to $2,000 right now at BetUS. Again, we have families with our picks this year. I feel good with the -3. Again, that's why I think you should get on it, because I think it could move in more favor for Colorado as it gets closer. That's my thoughts and opinions. Now, as we all know, yesterday was an iconic day for Travis Hunter. The haters were there. We kind of made fun of them, and I was kind of annoyed today that people were still bitching and complaining about it. But on the other side of it, there was still as much hate and people thinking that I was skewed. The flip side, there was that much and then some of support and saying he should have won. So it was kind of like whatever, just is what it is. I hate that the only person that really gets, it's like a divorce, right? The only person that gets screwed here is Travis, because he's in the middle, like just grinding his ass off, and here's what it is. So here's where I got frustrated, though. Like, this is where, first of all, this guy right here, Ian Furness, I think he's from Seattle, is a poll writer, sports writer, what have you. He gets a vote. But, and I'm not, again, to each his own opinion. But this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I love Cam Scatterbo, okay? Thought he should. I would have loved for him to be a Final Five guy, all right? But to put Cam Ward and Cam Scatterbo over Travis Hunter, it's that's not serious. You can't look me in the face and say, yeah, Cole, right here. Been watching football a long time, been writing about it. This is a good pick. This is a great take. And I'm all for bad takes, but this is blatant. You know? This you should lose your rights for this. They should be revoked for how egregious this is. When you've got as many votes as he did for first place and you don't even have him in his top. I'm cool with Ashton Jeanty. Like, that was a close one, clearly. Like, that doesn't bother me at all. And even if you want to put Cam Ward over him with Travis, that's, I mean, I think it's still egregious, but at least, you know, you acknowledge he was a top 3 athlete. What's up, bro? It gets better, though. It gets better. Because then we got Paul, he steps in. Paul's got to have a voice. Paul's like, this guy went out there on a limb. I want to be a part of it. Paul, go to bed, okay? It's 8:30. Relax. This is probably the most accurate ranking. Who had the best player? Who had the Who had the best year? Not best athlete. Hunter's a great athlete, but wasn't a top 2 or 3 wide receiver in the Big 12. The guy literally won an award 3 nights ago for the best wide receiver in the country. So you're wrong there. Now, I decided to use this thing right here, the pink thing between my ears. It's called the brain, and Google what it means. Define Heisman for me, because everyone has their thoughts and opinions of what the Heisman is and who should win it, right? So I Googled it. I did. The Heisman Trophy is an annual award given to the top college football player in the United States. It's considered one of the most prestigious awards in college football and symbolizes athletic prowess and excellence. Let me read that again. Symbolizes athletic prowess and excellence. Hunter, it's the who had the best year, not best athlete. Survey says football symbolizes athletic prowess and excellence. Top college football player in the United States who symbolizes athletic prowess and excellence. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Now, here's what I also thought about. On some mock drafts, Travis has been projected to go number 1 overall. Now, I don't think that he will, because it looks like the Raiders are going to get it and they should go to Shador, and they will. But if the Patriots were to end up with the first-round draft pick, they may very well go with Travis Hunter. If the Jags get it, they may very well go with Travis Hunter. Guess how many times the DB has been the first overall draft pick? 0. I looked it up for you. You ain't got to Google it. You ain't got to Google that. I did it for you. Okay. Now they may label him as a wide receiver because obviously there's been wide receivers, but we know better. We know better. Ashton Jeanty's a phenomenal football player, but he's not gonna go first. He might go top 10, maybe top 15. But number 1 overall, Travis is definitely going top 5. So if the NFL sees this guy as being an like you take your first top 5 picks typically, as game changers. Now, a cornerback I think did go top 5 last year to Seattle. I can't think of his name off the top of my dome here, but I know that he did. Nowhere near the impact what Travis is going to make, right? And again, I hate even getting into this because it's just guys, just bored. But we've like this. You're screaming for attention. I gave it to you. You're welcome, Ian. Okay, you get a microphone. You get a pen, just like the rest of us. I just think that your opinion sucks. And Paul, like I said, go to bed, bro. It's past 8:30. Get your tea. All right. Go hug your wife. Lock it in, bro. Lock it in. Egregious. Like, it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, hey, you can have 100% feel, hey, Ashton Jeanty should have won. And I would be like, yeah, I get why I see that. I'm not mad about it. Like, hey, think Ashton should have won, but kudos to Travis. Both deserved it. Yep, cool. But to sit here and try to literally just throwing shit at the wall, hoping it sticks. Pathetic. These old guys, they've been in the game for too long. Sometimes and you get punched around a little bit. And those are the biggest bitches. Those ones will cry the most. Hope y'all enjoyed the content. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It makes me want to just spit sometimes when I see that nonsense. But look, first dominoes to fall. We'll continue to monitor it again. I'm telling you, we're going to keep you hot on the trail this entire portal season. So you don't want to miss it. You don't want to go anywhere. I think we just surpassed 13,000 subs, or we're damn near sniffing it. Yeah, we're at 12.9. Hammer it. Hammer it home. Let's get there. About 60 away. Let's get it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace and love, baby.